I just realized something. Ever since I came in, I've noticed a bad energy, and I understand why I'm hating now. I see Ray's in a t-shirt, Adam's in a t-shirt, I'm in a t-shirt, but I see no wolves.
I
did not.
What's up?
I did not.
What's up?
I didn't wear the wolf shirt today.
I thought we were Wolfpack.
We are, but why? I'm the only one with the damn wolf shirt.
Hailing on all frequencies, you're listening now to the Film Zealots podcast with your hosts, Sans and Chris. Episode 6. Just do it. Don't let your dreams stay dreams.
Here we are again. Here we are again, everybody. Episode 6, Film Zealots podcast. I'm Chris. That's Sans. Over there's Ray. Sitting in with us today is our young friend Adam.
Hello, everybody.
Wow. Really?
Nice to meet you.
Did you just out radio voice me?
What?
Don't ever do that again.
I'm sorry.
Don't ever do that again.
Excuse me.
Don't. What the hell?
Wait.
All right, fine. Stop.
Ray, get him
I
off.
think it's a smooth off.
Get him the hell off this podcast and play some jazz.
I'm calling it smooth off.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast with Tony Kornheiser on it today, and Tony Kornheiser, pardon the interruption.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Bald guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the Bill Simmons podcast, and they were talking about Kaepernick, and he's like, you know what? The weakest take you can have is that he has a right to do it, and I realized that was my take.
He does have a right to do it.
I know, but that's the weakest take you can have. It's like playing the middle ground.
Yeah, that's the way that everyone's doing.
No, I don't think so. Because I get all of my takes off comment sections.
I respect what he's saying, but he's doing it the wrong way. That's middle ground to me.
No, I think that they're saying... Actually, I hear more of the other. I hear more of, I don't respect what he's saying, but I respect his right to say it.
You don't respect that he's telling the truth?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I hear. I'm not...
They see me trolling. I'm saying,
wow.
We're getting too serious.
There's an Ashanti and Ja Rule show this weekend
There is.
at the observatory in North Park.
What? And I'm
See,
here?
I was just joking. Man. You brought the whole podcast down.
What?
Murder.
What's wrong with that?
What's about that?
I'll let you guys know.
Yeah,
how
a
it
chick
is.
that used to be hot and a human-sized rat.
Murder.
That's retro beef. This is retro beef.
Retro beef, what?
Like Murder Inc. versus, what was it? G-Unit.
Yeah.
That was a beef?
That was a beef.
Yeah.
That was an actual beef, or was
Have
it
you seen the
Murder
Webster video?
Murder Inc. said something and that was it?
Yeah, that was no. Didn't G-Unit had 5 diss tracks?
I think so.
Yeah, what did Murder Inc. do?
Huh?
Murder Inc. did nothing.
They did nothing. That's true.
I'm from New
Because they
York,
didn't.
New York.
Was that was
Got
a
100 guns, 100 clips. Okay.
you.
I think he's one of those guys you see him and he's 4 feet tall.
Yeah, I could have told you that back then.
Yeah, he's like.
I was never
like,
a Ja Rule fan.
It's like
Sorry,
somebody tried to
I'm
clone.
turning the hate up a little too high. I apologize,
I know.
guys.
It's like somebody tried to clone Tupac, but the machine broke.
No.
The guy just kept hitting it.
It's like a little baby
Damn it,
saw
why isn't this
Tupac
working?
and learn how to tie what do you call that damn thing? What do you call it? A bandana.
A bandana.
That's it. That was-
He's here. He's gonna be knocking on the door right now. He's like,
What are you doing? And I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna look. And I'm not gonna see him.
"What's
He's
my
like,
name?"
look down.
Is it What's My Name? DMX?
I don't know.
It kind of. I think.
Talking shit.
DMX knocks on that door. I'm going out the window.
You guys talking shit.
We'd all be dead.
It's like I got a show in an hour, and you guys are talking shit.
DMX knocks on this door. He's probably looking for the marriage counselor.
Yeah.
He's right. He's probably
Wow.
looking. Well, I saw that show.
Wow.
Was it Love and Hip Hop? Where he was on it
Oh, he's on that.
with his chick.
DMX is the only man who could cry in front of me, and I won't laugh. I'll get more afraid.
I think that.
Yo, no, it's hard. Don't you laugh.
I think I'm gonna get my cousin.
What? I ain't crying. It's dusty in here. Okay, come on. I am not angry.
If I cry, it's okay.
Oh man, he was the only guy who could do I think he did soft songs better than 50 Cent.
Well, he did everything better than 50 Cent.
That's true.
Man, I am hating today. I'm sorry, guys. This is what happens when you bring up bad quarterbacks.
Oh man, he didn't get cut though. He didn't get cut. Anybody watching Hard Knocks?
No.
The Rams are actually practicing at UCI. So every time I watch it, I'm like, ooh.
Did you go there?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. I don't care about the Rams. So.
I don't give a fuck about the Rams.
Okay.
I care about UCI, kinda, maybe,
kinda, sort
a little
of,
bit.
maybe.
I mean, not a ton. Oh, by the way, I remember I told you guys that I found out this week my mother-in-law is listening to the podcast. Shout out, Karen Fox.
Hello.
Okay.
I hope you're not a Ja Rule fan.
Mama Fox.
So,
Yeah.
I guess to get us on track, I was listening to I don't know, one episode, and you started off by asking Ray and I what inspired us to get into film.
Yes.
We never got to you.
Oh, that's because I asked the question.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I guess since Adam's here, we'll ask him as well.
Okay.
Chris, you're on the spot. Everyone's staring.
All right.
Staring right
So
now.
me getting into film, when I went to UCI, I started out as a political science major.
CIA.
University of California at Irvine.
Okay.
Anteaters, Zot. Happy 51st anniversary.
I don't know what you just said.
I started out as a political science major because I thought I was going to be an attorney from a very kind of young age. And I got 2 years
Esquire.
in and started working in a law firm. I realized that nobody there wanted to be a lawyer. So why would I want to be a lawyer? And at the same time, I was taking a politics and film class. So it was like one of those, those kind of tangential classes that are related to your major or whatever. So I was taking that class, and I was watching it, and I think we were watching like Sullivan's Travels, and we'd watch like Salt of the Earth, and all these like really old kind of, either propaganda films and I kind of realized at that point that that I didn't really want to be an attorney. I just kind of liked how they were portrayed on film.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie Mason?
Yeah, so I started taking film classes, and it also kind of tied in with throughout high school. I was never considered a good writer. I got middling grades in kind of like my writing classes and all that. And my
Was
dad,
this creative writing?
any kind of writing.
Oh,
So actually, I mean, you don't do a ton of creative writing in high school. I don't feel like we just wrote essays based on
okay.
yeah, and then I got into college, and I remember when I was a kid. This is going really far back. My dad would tell me, just keep writing. You'll find your voice. Don't listen to your fucking teachers. They're dumb. They just want you to write to a structure.
Your father told you that?
Yeah.
Mine told me just get the hell out of here with that voodoo.
No, you'd just be like, no, I mean, not that I wanted, like, I had professed any kind of desire to do anything with writing, just that I think that he was looking at it and saying, like, this is a rigid structure they want you to write to, and it doesn't really promote kind of any kind of personality. So
Was this a regular writing class or
no, just like
creative writing
English.
class?
No, just like English,
Oh.
like in high school, like high school English.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
So I'd get poor marks in that. And then I got into college, and my grades started to get better. In writing, I didn't think I was doing anything different. I was just still writing the same way that I would write. And so I started taking screenwriting, and I did really well in that class. And that's kind of what started me on wanting to do film. I like to write. I thought, maybe I have something to say. Maybe I have something to say. How definitive. So I just kept writing, and then I moved down here after college, and met up with Ray and Mike and Victor. I think I was corresponding on a message board with Mike. IGN festival. What? No, it was a film school board on the IGN boards. There was because that's an international board. I mean, it's the internet, so there's just a ton of people on it. Oddly, I come across a post that said, "We're doing something in San Diego. We need hands," and I responded to it, and then I went out and worked on your guys' another name for
Was
family.
a scene study that we were
Yeah, it
doing?
was a scene study. Was another name for family. Yeah, no, it was crazy because that was my first time on set, and we were actually talking about this in context of like the 48-hour film festival. Like the first set I ever worked on was like an infrastructure set, and
What's infrastructure?
Infrastructure Productions is the production company that I'm a member of now that existed kind of before me.
That you own?
Yeah, I'm an owner. Yeah, I'm one of the
Rise
owners.
to power.
Run this.
You will protect this house.
A portion.
I'm a partial owner of it.
Representative of this
Greed is
establishment.
Yeah, greed is great.
Greed is pure.
Greed is
It's a power.
Greed is right.
I feel like I'm a robot, like a
Money
capitalist
never
robot that's going to
sleeps.
be activated.
Vote Trump.
Vote Trump. Don't vote Trump, please. And it was one of those sets that ran really, like, I didn't know that it took fucking hours and hours and hours to just light something correctly.
Yeah,
I didn't have that.
Hour 16, I looked over to Chris and I was like, "What? You think this is a game?"
More or less. I think this is more or less how it works.
And Chris
It's
looks
just a
back.
warm-up.
Chris looked back. It's like, nah, but I thought you had talent.
Ooh.
Oh.
Street Fighter.
No, I knew because actually that's one of the
Bang,
reasons I went.
Shots fired.
Bang bang.
Shots
Because I went to the website. I went to the website when we had the old Incredibles logo.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, these guys are good. You know, I'm gonna start checking out what they're doing, and then and that started it. Then I started writing and producing stuff at Infrastructure, and that made me want to do it. And then we did a feature, which was really tough.
Save Ron Jr.
No. When we did Callejero,
I'll say Ron Jr.'s a spec feature, right?
I guess.
Save Ron Jr. is the de facto oddly for some reason it's
You know what
45
it is?
minutes, 48
It's-
minutes.
It's the best picture at the El Cajon.
2008 El Cajon Film Festival.
That's
Shout
what it
out.
is.
Rest in peace to the guy who ran it. And I mean, so that's why I want to do it, and that's why now I'm working with Adam on some shorts and then hopefully a feature. And it's a challenging business, but it's fun.
Are you guys gonna make out now?
No.
Sorry. God, there's
That's
too
for
much.
that's
What the
episode
hell?
6.5. That's
What's
a
up with all the-
supplementary
what's up-
material.
what's
I
up-
know.
what's up with all
I
the
think
hate,
it's 'cause
Sans?
I'm sleepy. I'm sorry.
What
Go
happened to
ahead.
Eat
positivity?
your
Sans?
Twizzlers and
The
drink your
Twizzlers
coffee.
are gone.
Positivity lasted
Damn
like
it.
2 episodes.
2 episodes.
I got more. I got positivity.
All right.
All right,
Speak up.
Adam's turn.
All right. Got Adam in here. He's gonna tell us about his interesting story.
In a
So
smooth
Adam,
fashion.
what inspired you to do film?
Um,
Adam, don't do that. Don't do that.
so
Adam, don't do that.
when I was very, very young, a
Ladies,
wee
put your
lad.
panties back on. This is Adam. This ain't Sam's.
I'm getting
mean,
goosebumps.
being a kid like raised in the 90s, I mean, I was shown a lot of like really, I feel like I was exposed to like a lot of really, the core of a lot of like 90s stuff. Like I was raised around a family that was all about like Laserdisc and everything. I was raised around like Executive Decision, Face Off, Twister, all that stuff.
You were raised around Executive Decision.
Yeah,
Were you as bummed out as I was when Steven Seagal doesn't make it out of the first act?
I was. Yeah, I was.
I cheered.
Did you?
Yes,
That was the
'Cause-
biggest movie
because
yet.
Kurt Russell lived.
Yes, you did.
Well,
Yeah.
I remember like my friends rented it. And he's like, "Hey, come over. We're Steven Seagal movie." I
For
was
like the first like
Oh
20
no, it
less
isn't.
than
Why is his best film the one he dies in? Like in the first 5 minutes.
Well,
Steven
first of all,
Seagal?
Actually, no, that's not his best.
Come
film.
on.
I still like Marked for Death.
How about Above the Law?
Above the Law?
Above the
Oh,
Law.
no, what's the
Down
one
below.
where,
Nico?
where he comes out of the? I love the one where he comes out of the coma,
Yes.
just dropping,
Yes.
just dropping lefts and rights and beating on people.
The boards. Remember he's doing the board?
What is
He's like,
Oh,
and then the
yeah,
board
yeah,
like
was it Hard to
flies
Kill?
out.
No,
That was Hard to Kill.
no. Hard to Kill was
Yeah. His name was Mason Storm.
Mason Storm.
Mason Storm.
Sorry,
Jesus.
Adam. We
No,
just
no, it's fine, it's fine.
He was
Kelly
like,
LeBron.
Steven Seagal
so
does
in the
that.
90s, I watched the Steven Seagal. Hey, let's talk about
Yeah.
Steven Seagal.
But from there,
don't bring up Van Damme.
From there, it just led into like watching more movies, just getting more, captivated by like, I really like watching movies. Like I really like watching how like certain films like are motivated by certain things, and then going into like school, high school, all that stuff. Like I started taking film classes, introduced to more films like North by Northwest, Blade Runner, all that stuff. But I think it's interesting because I feel like I can't really pinpoint when exactly I was like, I want to be a filmmaker, but I can pinpoint when I knew like I wanted to be a storyteller. And I don't know if this is weird to say, but it's when I was in my community college class and we watched Hearts of Darkness. The
you love that
the
shit.
the documentary about the making of Apocalypse Now.
Yep.
Are you talking about the documentary about the man who has the best 4-picture run in American cinema history?
Pretty, yeah, and it's got that.
And
Got a lot of wine. Actually, I I read his
What-
story
what's this for?
It's a very specific. I do a very
it's
specific.
The Conversation, Apocalypse Now, and the first two Godfathers.
Yes.
That's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot argue.
But yeah, and
It's all downhill.
I mean,
from
it's
there.
not Batman Begins, The Prestige.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The Dark Knight and Inception, but it's close.
I mean, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Keep going.
What you got?
But yeah, from there was like,
I'm trolling tonight.
but just from there, like I just realized that I wanted to tell stories that entertain people, and the ability to provide an audience with something that they can go into a darkened theater and watch for like hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. You know, they laugh, they cry, they get scared shitless, they get emotionally swept. Like, if I'm able to provide that for them, then that's what I want to try to work towards.
So what happens if they want to watch your movie on a tablet?
Then that's where things get really complicated.
What do you think about augmented reality?
Augmented reality?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I only played Pokemon Go for all of like 3 hours.
Did you go to the rec center?
And
There's so many
Wow.
fucking people at the rec center
I
playing
didn't.
Pokemon Go.
I didn't. But believe me, there were many times where I drove home and deliberately went around, like passed by it just to see how many people were there.
There's a fuck ton.
And there were actually occasions where I drove by and blasted the Team Rocket theme song really, really loud just to see if people would freak out. And sure enough, I saw people like, "What the heck was that? Like, what? Like, it was pretty fun.
Sorry, ladies, he's not single.
Yes.
How awesome would it be though if you like found the woman of your dreams bumping Team Rocket?
I don't have.
That'd be awesome.
I don't have a huge connection to
James.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm the Jesse to Hugh James.
Yeah, there you go. See, prepare for trouble, make it double.
And then she has like the third wheel friend who's like pretty much the
It was like the 70s.
like,
Hey, kick!
oh my god,
like
that cheered me up for some reason.
you know, like
Meow.
Why does your friend have a weird, scratchy voice?
Why is she looking
jar
at
what's
woman.
that gold thing on his forehead? Oh, it's a birthmark. Don't worry about it.
Hi, Adam.
Is this Meowth? Are you guys doing Meowth?
I think
No, we don't do Pokemon. We don't do Pokemon.
Oh.
So
That's fake anime.
that's big enemy. You heard that here, folks.
no, I had a question. Like, when you said like you want people in a dark theater to watch your films, right? I just had it like in the 70s and 80s, people used to go to those theaters to watch porn,
I was thinking the same thing.
right? Would you, if you were a porn director in the 70s or 80s, do you think you would go to the theater and see who was in there doing their business? And then if somebody was doing their business when you wanted them to be doing their business, you'd be like super happy?
Yeah.
Okay, here. This is why I
Well,
can never
it's
be.
not really like
This
it's
is
not
why-
really in the sense of like me like specifically walking in and going like, "What'd you think?"
No.
It's more like just like
no. You
being
want to sit in the
exhibited.
back of the room and see how the movie plays.
Not even. It's more like just I made this thing, and hopefully this affects you in whatever way. Have at it.
You know what?
exactly.
But I don't have to sit in, if I don't know if I'll
Wait,
go to
wait.
the route of me producing
Wait,
porn,
listen
but
to
if I
us.
do,
All right, pull it out. Go.
I don't have
Go,
to
go, go,
be
go,
in the
go,
room
go,
when you
go,
watch
go,
it.
Go. Not too fast. You got 3 more minutes.
But
Enjoy it. Pacing, Ray.
Yeah.
Pacing.
Yeah.
That has nothing to
Dance.
do with what you were saying, or
Dance.
nothing
Pace
to
yourself.
do with
Stamina.
you
You don't want to
as a person.
Go too early.
Go. 10 seconds left.
I mean,
my problem with like why I can never be a porn director is I think I would be that porn director that thought that he wasn't a porn director. Like I'd be like that porn director
Oh, you'd
that,
be like,
that thought that he was like Hitchcock.
You'd be like,
so I would be offended that people
I'm
were
the game changing porn
Yeah,
director.
exactly.
That changes
I'd be
the
like-
face
I'd
of
be like,
porn
this is
itself. Like,
This is art. When people have sex, they don't keep their clothes on. They don't, I'd be that guy. But
That
I'd have
you-
dialogue like, hey, this pizza has sausage and I have sausage in my pants. And in my head, that would be brilliant dialogue.
So then,
So-
you're saying you want to be like June, the guy who directed the Pirates movie.
Is that how he is?
I mean, like he.
Because if it is, he's like on my list of 5.
Yeah, it's like
heroes. Oh, okay.
it's like one of the bigger budget porn movie.
And his name is June.
Isn't it the biggest?
He has a one name.
Yeah.
It might be the biggest. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he made like,
that's like
Huge. It's
like
huge.
on
His
Blu-ray.
His name
isn't
is
it?
June.
Yeah.
Like only June.
like Jon. I think.
Oh
it's
my
Korean.
God, Ray! You just
but I mean, like, isn't it different? Like,
Shout out to June.
like,
Shout out to
isn't it
June.
different now? Because I feel like directing porn now is just like directing fucking like skits on the internet.
But if I was doing it, I
No,
would be like
but
the
Unless
feature
you're
of porn.
June.
But like when there were like theaters, like you could
No, no.
actually see.
They were actually films. It just had penetration, basically.
Yeah.
They were B movies with penetration.
Well, like we talked about Deep Throat a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of those movies that you go to the theater to see.
It's so easy to say, like when people would make those jokes, or like maybe not the jokes, where they'd be like, "Hey, do you guys want to film porn?" And we were just like, no, not really. Like if it was some guy, like what's the guy's name in Boogie Nights? The Colonel. If the Colonel was like, I've got 80 grand. Let's make a movie.
You know what?
It's Roller Girl.
Every time I think of that movie, I immediately think of the skinny Asian kid throwing firecrackers. I don't know why. It just weirds me out every time. Every time I see that movie, I'm like, why is he doing that?
Yeah.
That's an amazing scene.
What does that say about me?
That's
silence.
That's I don't know. It's like a Bryan Singer riff.
Yeah, but you're right. Everything is like
Wow.
short form.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's Pirates and Pirates 2 Stagnetti's Revenge. Those are like the
Stagnetti.
There's a
He-
sequel.
wait. So he got the parole officer from Natural Born Killers.
I don't that's the title.
Was that the person named Stagnetti?
Yeah, Scagnetti. Was it Scagnetti?
Stagnetti.
Oh, okay, it was Scagnetti.
Where are you at on that film?
Where?
Natural Born Killers.
I like it. I like it.
It's like Tarantino dialogue as handled by Oliver Stone.
I dig it. I think that it's better that Stone directed it than Tarantino. I think Stone took it so over the top that
It's very over the top.
I think Tarantino would have made it a good movie. Oliver Stone made it a weird movie.
It's a very weird movie.
And that's
It's a
what I
very
want.
weird movie.
I want that movie to be weird.
I like The Hunt for Red October. No, because it's Tarantino's
I
script.
know,
You know what I mean? Like
He didn't write the script. I thought he just did like
a rewrite.
a rewrite.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I just did a rewrite. Still was good. It was a good movie. All right. So, we got some news here. Ray, you didn't just go to a movie this week. You went to an event.
Oh,
A
God.
Fathom event.
Experience.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you talking about?
Feel the hate creeping back.
Tell me about
Yeah.
yoga hosers.
Yeah, we got a overrated
I'll
director.
tell you all about it.
Crumbling.
I'll tell you all about it.
Overrated country.
Overrated. Nobody likes that movie
Oh.
other than me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yoga hosers?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's got critics don't like it.
Critics hate it.
Yeah. But no,
First off, what's it about?
so Yoga Hosers, you don't have to see Tusk, but if you saw Tusk, it's about the two store clerks in Tusk,
Okay.
Yeah.
which
one-
is played by Harley Quinn Smith and I forget Johnny Depp's daughter.
Something.
Wait.
Rose Depp.
So it's okay.
Yeah, something rose up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Yoga Hosers. Subtitle Nepotism the movie.
Well, I mean,
sorry, guys.
Well, the thing is, like, what was cool about this Fathom experience
Yeah.
was like Kevin Smith gave this sort of, I don't know, it was like a 20-minute intro to the film, and he talked about how he got Tusk to be made and how Harley Quinn and Johnny Depp's daughter like got into the movie, how they ended up being in the movie, because originally it was just Harley Quinn casted as the clerk, and then she invited her friend to set, and then when they're about to shoot that scene, they're like, Johnny Depp and Kevin Smith were just sort of like, what are you doing standing over there? You should just be in it, like join your friend and be in this movie together. And then they ended up seeming very natural on camera.
Did they? With that, I have not watched Tusk, but I have not.
I
I've
barely-
yet to see
I
a
barely
character in a
remember
Kevin
it.
Smith film that I'd describe as natural.
It was a cool moment.
And I like
I
Kevin
hand
Smith.
off my baton of hate to you, Chris.
No, I like Kevin Smith, but
Well,
I mean,
I thought that scene in Tusk
Carlin, maybe.
that was a pretty cool moment in that movie. I mean, it wasn't like major or anything, but it was cool. But so in his intro, he talked about that scene and then how he loved it and how for his kids not being like they're not actors and they kind of kept them away from it.
yeah.
And just to kind of jump in there for fun, when they saw them on camera and it was very natural and they both fathers really enjoyed it. Kevin Smith was like, hey, why don't I make a movie with those two? But part of the impetus to create that film too was that, which was kind of funny, that Johnny Depp loved his character.
Really?
Guy Lapointe.
Guy Lapointe, yeah.
And he's like, I love doing this voice. You gotta, if there's any other opportunity to do this voice again, let me know. So and then Yoga Hosers was born. But anyway, Yoga Hosers is about these two clerks who practice yoga with Justin Long. And yes, Justin Long is in the movie, and he's not a not a walrus.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, is he still in like walrus form?
No, he doesn't play that guy.
I like that you can play two different characters in a Kevin Smith, like in
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
Skew Universe
Like Ben Affleck.
movie. Like, yeah, you can just be as many people as you want. Like Jason Lee.
Jason Lee.
Mhm.
He always
Ben
underappreciated.
Affleck,
Jason.
Holden, and then he just shows up as Ben Affleck.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, and
I don't
in
think
Jay and
they're friends
Silent Bob, he's Holden in one scene, and then he's Ben Affleck in another scene.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Anyway,
Okay.
but Yoga Hose is just about these clerks. It's almost like it's a little callback to.
Is it Clerks 3?
No, I wouldn't call it Clerks 3, but there's definitely a little sentiment to Clerks and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just about these two. It's about these girls who
Do yoga?
who do yoga and they
They're a bunch of hosers.
they fall into this plot where these teenage boys are trying to kill them, and they end up revealing this like secret Nazi, Canadian Nazi existence and have
What
to-
form does that Nazi take?
Well, there's like this Nazi general created these.
Are you gonna give spoilers? Because if you're gonna give spoilers, we should say spoilers. Give people like a breath.
Well, I'll just keep it short. It's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer. Like it's like Gremlins. They battle these sausage Nazis, and they're like these miniature sausage people dressed as Nazis.
Sounds festive.
And what I mean, like, how did you like the movie?
I
I
enjoyed
guess you said you did, but
I really enjoyed it. It's Kevin Smith. I wouldn't say it's the strongest film, but I still loved it. It had a lot of heart. Very entertaining. Both of the girls were really entertaining. And also a side note, he kind of made it. His whole thing is he made it for a female like audience.
yeah.
And so it's not really. I don't remember if there's a lot. I don't even think there's profanity in it. But it's really fun and interesting. It reminds me of like. Well, it reminds me of the movies that I liked in the 80s, like Gremlins, like those like late night movies, and
Like Critters.
like Critters, like Munchies, things
Like
that.
Ghoulies.
Ghoulies, yeah.
What's the one where the guys they wear the trench coats?
That's
That's
Munchies.
Critters.
Is that
The
Critters?
space guys.
Oh, I
at
thought
the
you meant
beginning
the
they have
little-
no face.
Yeah.
I did like.
They have no face, and then they look like the Rock Band.
I didn't really like that because
That's
it was
Critters.
so like outrageous. It wasn't like a
It was of the time.
Yeah, no, very much of the time, but not like a slasher film of the time.
Well,
Not
I mean,
slash.
it was a creature feature.
Yeah, it was very creature. Yeah. I
So
really
it's
like
kind
that.
of like in that vein. It's not like
Critters 2.
it's not trying to be set
Critters
in the
3
80s.
with
It's not doing any
DiCaprio.
of that.
Yeah,
It's
DiCaprio's
just
in
trying to
Critters
be
3.
a fun. It's kind of like that kind of movie.
Just a fun time.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
Just a fun ride. Did you get stoned to watch it? Because I'd
No.
imagine.
I think the guys next to me were stoned because
Yeah.
they were laughing at everything. I didn't really laugh at everything.
Did you laugh at anything?
No, I laughed at a bunch of stuff,
Okay.
especially like the cartoony Canadian accents they had.
He has such a deep reverence for Canadian culture, though.
Yeah.
He put like on a hockey and shit. He used to go up there and play hockey. Like, loves Gordie Howe and Wayne Gretzky. That can vary.
Big into hockey, so I mean,
I guess that's not saying much, right?
that makes sense.
It's not like a deep dive. Yeah, that's
But
true.
I think what was interesting was his sort of introduction, because he talked about how Tusk was made.
Yeah.
And like it talked about a lot of the production details.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Depp did Tusk on scale, which is like peanuts.
I mean, like peanuts for everyone else in the world. I mean, for every other actor, like it's relative peanuts.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's like I'm only working for $50 a day.
Yeah.
Instead of, and I'm only doing 5 days.
You poor bastard.
Yeah, and they're flying me in, and I'm still getting my 4-star hotel.
And then I'm cutting off my fingertip.
What? Maybe not. Maybe he just showed up.
Well,
his daughter's in it.
he's gonna have to start cashing them checks now. It's like Amber Heard. What? What?
It's tragedy.
He's gonna have to take another. He's gonna have to do another Willy Wonka movie.
Oh god. Oh god.
Or he's gonna have to do another Alice in Wonderland movie.
Stop.
Oh, a third
No,
one.
he is
A
doing
He
third
just
one.
did
Yeah.
because then they
No.
just put
Yeah.
on. Yeah, they just put on another one.
No.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do a Lone Ranger sequel.
Make it stop.
Is he in that? Is he in
Tonto
that new
spinoff?
Tim Burton movie? Like it's like
Pellegrin's peculiar. I don't think.
yeah,
so.
it's like the retarded X-Men.
No, yeah.
Ah. Send your hate mail.
Oh, sorry. I
And
mean,
Chris passes the baton of hate to Ray.
Yeah, send your hate mail to
It's
at
like,
minimum days with a Z.
it's like Lemony Snicket's
Hey,
school
no.
for gifted
those
youngsters.
are my words.
Pretty much.
Those are exactly your words.
I am
Those
an
are words that just came out of your mouth.
Ray, I am an X-Man and I'm offended.
It's because it's like a school of gifted kids, but they're all
Say more, Ray.
Yeah, it's
They're
all what, right?
Lemony
They're-
Snicket's school for gifted youngsters.
They're all what, Ray?
They're all what?
What, Ray?
They're special.
They're special, huh? Like helmet special?
Oh wow.
I
Like
don't know,
the brother
does
and Something About Mary special?
Does one hold a?
Oh my god, I love that
I
guy.
don't know. I think one wears a helmet. I don't know.
Magneto. You're talking about Magneto. He wears a helmet to keep.
That
Professor
explains
X.
why he's the villain. It's like because he was the helmet boy that everyone made fun of. So like, no matter how messed up everyone else was, he was the worst.
Oh man,
So of course he became the villain.
this is horrible.
This is bad.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, I can tell you.
Keep it all in. Keep it all in.
Every single bit of it.
Let's earn that explicit E on our iTunes.
So
Explicit.
were the sausage yoga hosers, were they aliens?
No.
Segway.
They're from Canada, so yeah.
No, yeah, I guess so.
But psh,
They're.
So were they documented sausages?
You know what? I don't think they were.
Or were they
so do they
illegal?
refer to Canada as Canada or America's hat in the movie? Yeah, I went there.
That's good. It's good.
I went
Yeah.
there.
Oh.
Shots
I
fired.
mean, no, there are a lot of Canadian. They took a lot of shots at Canada.
Good.
I'll tell you that much.
Good.
Quebecois? Quebecois? How do you say that?
But it was all in love.
No.
It's all in
no,
good fun?
No love.
Yeah. All right, so we should somehow figure out a way to segue into aliens. I saw a news story this week. Did you see that news story about
Yes.
the signal
Yes.
that was they possibly coming from another
Oh yeah.
galaxy? They thought
Yeah,
maybe
SETI
like
is like
not another
investigating.
galaxy. That's really dumb. There's really only one galaxy, right?
There's one universe.
One universe. There's a lot of
A
galaxies.
Several
plethora of
galaxies,
galaxies.
too.
Yeah, so a different galaxy. Fuck. Cut that out, please.
Keep it in.
Keep it in.
Keeping that cuss word.
Bill Nye.
Doing this raw. We're doing it live.
Yeah.
Bill Nye got that Netflix money. So no. So there was a signal they thought was coming from a very close galaxy. I think the closest one to us. And I guess it turned out not to be. I read some article.
they
where
figured it
wasn't.
out or
Yeah.
something?
Like it was
No.
either that or maybe it's the truth. Maybe the truth is out there, and like this is just the news that they're gonna put out.
They don't want us
Truth
to know
is
the
out
truth.
Maybe they don't want us to know.
The aliens are already
Okay.
here, man.
Yeah.
We've been here, yeah.
It's
know.
true.
Did you watch the X-Files?
You know what? I've never watched the X-Files. When I
Really?
was getting ready for this pod, and I was like going through the things, and I was like, oh, well, what do I have to say about aliens?
That's one of my favorite shows.
Okay,
Actually, I watched, yeah.
I got a question. Raymond.
Go for it.
Raymond.
Oh.
Raymond.
host. So you admit that you have issues with aliens, right? You don't like aliens.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
No, we're all friends. I'm not attacking you. This is a serious question though, because I was thinking about
I
this.
feel attacked, Sans.
Okay, it's good. So you have issues with aliens.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
You're scared of aliens.
No, hey, that was Chris. I just said you had issues with
Well,
aliens.
I gotta put me on blast.
No, I mean, it's not like...
So if aliens took over Earth and they played their anthem, would you sit or stand?
I would stand. I mean, I would sit. I would sit.
Okay, that joke's dead. Anyway, so my question is, if you're so afraid of aliens, why are you such an X-Files fan? Because it seems like
because I was rooting for Mulder to find him and then beat the shit out of him.
No, I know the reason.
Kill
Well,
all
other
of
than
them,
Scully.
tear them all apart.
Raise that guy that will that he knows something's not good for him or that it bothers him and he runs towards it. Ray's allergic to shellfish. So every time you go out and eat seafood and you point out to Ray that he's allergic to shellfish, he'll be like, "Let me get the shrimp." And he's like, "Don't worry about it. It's just gonna make my throat itchy, hopefully." And you're like, "Fuck! Do I have a pen? Can I do that? Did I really watch ER closely? Or yeah, can I open up the trachea and just like
Shrimp's good. Shrimp is tasty.
yeah, but God didn't intend for you to eat shrimp, Ray.
Yeah, well,
It's on the Ray do not eat list. That and dairy.
Sometimes God doesn't know what's best for me.
Oh, all right. Well,
That's 2 for. I'm 2 for 2.
here lies Raymond Gallardo.
Yeah, we're working in a church tomorrow.
Oh,
Good luck.
man.
So,
Oh, boy.
what I'll ask, since we're on the topic of aliens, how do you guys feel?
So smooth.
How do you think aliens will respond when they finally, if they decide to come by?
They're already here, man.
I watch Men in Black. I believe that.
Aliens are already here.
Well, apparently, if
do you-
aliens come here, there'll be taco trucks on every corner.
Every corner. Do you think they will appreciate the way cinema has depicted them over the years?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, you know what? I do.
Yeah.
Because they don't deserve to be depicted
Oh, yeah.
the way they think they should.
Oh. Because I feel like they'll come down and they'll be like, "Hey, well,
I guess
you
it
know,
depends on what
we
they want.
brought all this space food and we were gonna give you guys all this like space pie, but no, like
I
you guys,
wouldn't eat-
you know,
I
you
wouldn't
guys
eat-
decided to make Independence Day resurgence, so never mind. We're gonna go home."
I think aliens need to go back where they came from.
Wow.
Why? I mean,
I don't get it.
I wouldn't be comfortable. I wouldn't be comfortable like if I saw an alien. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be like, "Whoa, this
Well,
is
what would you
great."
do? Well, if you woke up in the middle of the night and there was one standing in your living room, what is your reaction?
Well, I don't see how anyone can have a natural reaction
Yeah.
or a calm reaction of anyone standing in their living room that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
So
Like,
I'm,
yeah,
guessing, I'm guessing if Chris woke up and there was a guy standing there, he'd probably beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing if there's an alien, you'd probably pause because it's an
Yeah.
alien.
I'd have that
and then
same
attempt to
reaction.
beat the shit out of
No,
them.
I'd have the reaction of what was that Joaquin Phoenix and Mel Gibson in Signs when they're watching it at that little Brazilian kid's birthday party, and it's like, "Oh no, it's behind!"
in the closet.
You see.
I'm not saying that like
Chris be like, "Baby, run! Open the window! Get out!"
I don't know like,
Until they learn how to knock on the door like everyone else.
Wow.
but think about it like this: how comforted would you be if like the aliens that existed were the Contact Jodie Foster aliens, and they were like, "Oh look, it's your dead father."
You know, I
Here.
really think that film's underrated.
I'm not saying it's not. I enjoy
I
that
love that
movie,
film.
but I'm
Yeah.
just saying like, if that was the way the aliens presented themselves to you,
Mhm.
wouldn't you be like, "This isn't fucking better"? Like, is this really like, is this
It works for me.
really?
Like you almost feel like manipulated.
I would feel
yeah.
I'd feel very emotionally
Yeah.
manipulated
How? Why?
because man, that person's no longer there.
Yeah.
But
Like-
maybe he was. Well, the thing about Contact was you didn't know if it was aliens or God.
That's true.
So
Well, Matthew McConaughey
she
thought
could
God.
have been in heaven, or she could have been in hell.
But then she comes back. Well, I guess she could have been
You can come
dead.
back from hell, Chris. Where you think metal
That's what
came
makes that
from?
movie so amazing.
But no, no. The thing that I liked about Contact was my take on aliens is I truly do believe that they're already here, But let's say
Really?
that they're not. Yeah.
Like in what form?
I'm weird. I listen to some
What?
weird.
What do you
stuff.
listen to?
It's
I listen to a lot
Like
of
Art
weird
Bell?
stuff.
Do you listen to Coast to Coast?
Nah.
I do.
Yeah, Coast to Coast is good.
Phoenix
all right,
Lights,
tell me
I like
man.
Bell, but now who's the new guy?
George Nori.
Yeah.
George Nori is not
He's
good.
weird.
Yeah.
But the thing I like about Contact is I think when you look at alien films or just hear anything about aliens, it's all kind of the same thing. You know, it's always I was sleeping and I saw a light and someone was standing over me. You know, it's always they look a certain way. And it's funny if you go through the history of aliens looked a certain way until I forgot the author, but the guy that wrote Communion, and he described the aliens as the Greys, and then everyone said, "Oh, this is what aliens look like now."
I thought in like those Jesus pictures with the aliens, they also look like kind of like that.
No, that's what aliens used to look like. They used to look Jesus-like.
Oh,
Yeah. Aliens used to just look like
a dude.
white guys with beards. Yeah, it's crazy. But
See, I can roll
anyway,
with that.
I think that aliens.
Oh, so they are. Yeah, they are here already.
If aliens are truly, I know, but I think if aliens are truly as advanced
for Trump.
as we make them out to be, they would be something far beyond what we could comprehend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it'd be like
It's kind of like I heard this one example of let's say you went back in time and you presented Merlin with a television, a Blu-ray player, and a Blu-ray disc, and told him make this play.
he wouldn't know what to do.
Because not only would he not know what a television is, he wouldn't know what a Blu-ray player or a Blu-ray disc is, nor would he know what electricity is.
Right, so he doesn't have the
So-
electricity to make it.
So,
play.
and that's just from one human to another, separated by time.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have space and like eons of technology, if aliens are that far ahead, basically what I'm getting at is with Contact. I feel like she was dealing with something that was so far beyond what we could handle
that they
gave
they
her
dumbed
her
it
father,
down.
because that's like as
No.
far
That's
as
like
far
what she could,
that's-
like,
that was her
humanly
threshold.
process?
That
No,
was her
but
threshold.
I
That was her threshold.
understand what they were doing. I just don't agree with their methods.
So you're building a wall.
So no.
A space wall.
So I
Really
big
space wall. It'll be the
Yeah.
best space
No.
wall.
I just think like
And they're all
I'm trying
gonna
to
pay
figure out
for it.
like. You said a lot of interesting stuff there, but I'm trying to figure out what would I be most open to? Like, how would I be most open to meeting an alien? Like, what would it take? I actually did some research on the whole alien stuff.
Natasha Kinski from Species.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's so like,
Yes. See, that's an alien I can get with.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not-
kill you.
Is that really an alien you can get with?
Well.
Also,
because
the
it does
chicken
get
if
too.
you
cocoon.
will it to be, and
The chicken cocoon. Oh yeah,
Oh, there you go.
man.
Yeah.
cocoon,
Yeah, puberty hit at the right time.
cocoon.
I had the biggest crush on that chick.
Yeah, Steve Gutenberg.
And some of the old chicks too. I mean, yeah, it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
That was so good.
It was a good movie.
That was so good.
But okay, so my question is, in your head, if aliens do exist, what film has like their look down, like in your head? If aliens were real, what would they really look like? Like, would they look like
For me, it's like
critters? Would it look like the Xenomorph? Would it look like the Predator?
For me, it's the classic. It's the gray, like
The
any
Greys?
grays. Yeah, any
Really?
gray, the big eyes, and that's
So like Close Encounters, or
yeah, like Close Encounters or something.
really? That's what you guys are going with?
Well, well, me personally, that's kind of like you're saying. If they exist, like I kind of have, and that's kind of why I have a problem with aliens, because that's the image that I assume that I see, and that's also frightening to me. Like if I saw a xenomorph, I'll be like, holy shit.
Yeah,
But then-
you'd be fine with
But
it.
at the same time,
Hey, guy, come here.
no. Well, at the same time, I'll be like, I'm probably gonna die, but this is fucking cool.
for like that second before it like
Yeah.
sees you and just sprints.
I
at
could
you
just
and,
bring me like, this is my final Snapchat.
Why is the other one not cool?
This thing's so surprised.
The other one is it's like a small, naked, big-headed.
Yeah, but the Xenomorph puts like a little spider that puts his dick down your mouth and then
Yeah,
an
see,
egg
yeah.
bust out of you.
Yeah.
Because they never really quantified the intelligence. Really, at least as far as I'm concerned, like they didn't do it. They did, I guess, and they try to back it in Prometheus, right? Or was there? I mean,
Oh, the
my
Xenomorph?
relationship with these films.
oh, that
isn't
was.
as like
Well,
the
no, the
Predator.
Xenomorph was just it was an animal. It was just an animal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not really. It's an alien animal.
Yeah, it's a was it biomechanical?
Yeah.
Bio,
Well, it's
whatever. Because if you have you seen the original prototype? There's like a
Perfect.
human skull in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
supposed to be like translucent,
Yeah.
right?
What's the
Yeah.
definition of sentient? Like, it's not. Would you consider it sentient?
Does it communicate?
It's
Well, it does in the
amongst
second
its
one.
own
Remember,
kind.
because when she's
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
with the eggs and the
Yeah.
queen,
Yeah.
she makes her drones get back. So.
Yeah.
I guess for me, I think I'd be more comforted by kind of the grays because you have to be able to. For me, I'd want to comprehend how we got from here to there because life's so hard. Like what we learn in through biology and everything is life's so hard to replicate. Like it seems like the universe hit the ultimate lottery ticket, right? Like these unknown factors all came together exactly the right way. And we are, as far as we know, the highest intelligence that exists in the universe.
That is so sad.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not.
No,
I mean,
it really is.
Well,
no, it's not that bad.
It's
40% of them are voting for Trump.
Yeah, but it's not like because I mean that's because a lot of people are ruled probably by fear but I mean, so for me, you could kind of see if they look like that, how they're kind of similar to us.
Well, there is that theory where like aliens are actually people that are in the future, kind of like what you're saying, separated by time.
Like wormhole.
Just advanced.
Yeah, like
Like,
they're not
they're us,
they're-
but
yeah,
Isn't this
advanced,
is this
like,
what we call the
exponentially.
interstellar theory?
no.
yeah,
No.
no
If-
bookcase.
Yeah, if I said
How deep do you guys get into like alien stuff?
I mean,
Okay.
not that. Go ahead.
You know, one
I
theory
mean,
is
Sun
that
Tzu's Art of War says know thy enemy.
because
so-
you know there's like supposedly like 11 different species of alien out there.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Like 9 of them.
Yep.
This is all okay.
Yep.
I don't believe all this,
You just
but I
believe some
love
of it?
hearing this stuff.
Yeah, no, it's great stuff.
I believe all of it.
Know thy
So
enemy.
there's like 11. I can't remember the name of all of them. I know the good ones are one's called the Pleiadians,
Yeah, Pleiadians.
but then there's the reptiles, which everyone knows.
Reptilian.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Reptilians.
reptilian.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the Greys are their AI. So the Greys technically aren't even like
oh,
forms.
they're just like hold on.
They're like the board.
I think I want to back this up a little
Yeah.
bit.
So you're afraid of the reptiles, right?
Oh, so you really.
So you need to watch V.
What about
They were hot.
So when you said
You
that,
scared the
like,
shit out of me as a kid.
It scared the shit out of me.
you believe that they're already here. So does that mean you believe in the reptilian Illuminati? Illuminati?
No, I think
That's
I think
real.
I think if
Illuminati
aliens,
is real?
Build a bear.
it all depends on because when I was little, because I've always thought just the idea of life anywhere, like bottom of the ocean, out in space was
Yeah.
I always thought it was interesting and cool.
Yes.
But I used to always ask people as a kid, you know, what if aliens do exist, but we are the most advanced?
Yeah.
You know, and the answer I would always get was if we were more advanced, we'd be visiting them. They wouldn't be visiting us, which, you know, who knows what we're doing on the moon. Anyway, conspiracy theory. So basically what that tells me is, okay, so they're more advanced than us, right? So if they're that much more advanced than us, they've probably already been here before, right?
Yeah.
So
do you believe those pyramid pictures with the aliens in the back?
well, see here, I think
Ancient aliens.
when it comes to aliens, I really think, and this
My hair
is
isn't poofy enough, though.
aliens. I think there's a lot of stuff in history that we just cannot explain,
Sure.
but it doesn't mean that aliens did it. Like we still don't know
Sure.
who killed Kennedy.
It was
Doesn't-
aliens.
It doesn't mean it was an alien.
It's James Franco.
We know who he was. His name was Lyndon B. Johnson.
Oh, shots fired.
More shots fired.
Okay, and here lies Chris. I totally lost my train of thought on that one. No, but what I was saying is, if aliens are that far advanced, I figured they'd already have been here.
Yeah.
And I've always, not to quote the faculty, but it's true. If you're truly going to take over something, are you going to come in like Independence Day, or are you going to come in like Body Snatchers? So
Yeah.
but and what I was gonna say is, I think with aliens, every time I hear like a story about aliens or like watch a movie, it always feels like we're just kind of projecting us. Because if you really listen to the way the whole alien, you know, how aliens are. It's us.
Right.
It's like invade. That's what we
The
do.
other.
Yeah.
It's conquer.
We
That's what we
came
do.
in,
It's
suck
like,
all the resources.
Yeah.
Move on to the next thing.
Yeah, it's like
They're
everything.
sending their rapists
Yeah.
and drug dealers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Obliterating. Yeah.
I'm Donald Trump and I approve this message.
But seriously, and I think that's why the thing about aliens is, for me to simplify it, is if they're real, you know, there's a lot of cool shit that we'll just never know. But if they don't exist, this is some of the best fan fiction ever. Because if you ever spend like just a month like researching aliens' existence, it's insane. Like there's a theory that Eisenhower, I forgot what it's called, but there's a theory that Eisenhower signed a treaty with, I forgot who.
Yeah, with
Like the Pleiadians.
It was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that allowed them to move from South America to underneath Area 51. And there's like supposedly like an underground base called, it like Dulce or something, that's like huge. And there's like underground, see, it's crazy,
Whole
right?
network, yeah.
Like there's like underground tunnels that connect like bases under the ocean.
Yeah.
This is crazy,
But
right?
no, like-
this is a movie I want to see.
It's like X-Files.
Yeah.
But it's like, maybe it exists.
No, because I think for me,
X-Files is a documentary.
if aliens exist and they're here, well, see, because I can never sign off on grand conspiracy. I think we've talked about this before. Like, it's so hard to believe because humans, as advanced as we are still dumb as fuck. Yeah. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're great, but that's why I just conspiracy theories never interest me because it requires more than 10 people, especially these huge ones, right? I mean, like, oh, we moved it underground. Like, oh, okay. All right, yeah. Nobody ever sold that story. That shit would be on TMZ.
I see. And here's the thing. Like, I've always felt like if you're in the government, because the government is always doing secret things. I mean, that's the government. You know, you're always
but mostly
doing like
incompetently.
a secret plane or, you know, some kind of secret technology. I believe that there's underground bases, but if you have like, you're building like an underground base and you're doing like, I don't know, you're coming up with like some new AI or like, you know, let's say that stealth, that the jet from Stealth, an AI jet, and you don't want anyone to know it. And then there's some guy saying, well, there's aliens down there. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, let's just let's just let this guy do his thing.
Yeah.
Because that's going to, I mean, how many people are going to believe that? I think that that's one of those stories that's been around so long that it's kind of like people kind of don't care either way. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I for one have to believe they exist. I mean, just like that quote at the end of that quote in Contact. What did he say? He said something like, "It's arrogant to think that we're the only ones out there," or something like that, or no, that's not the line. Something about like if we're the
rubber buggy baby bumpers.
I screw up on quotes.
Are you talking about? Is it the Carl Sagan quote?
Well, it's a quote her dad tells her, and then it comes back at the end when the alien shows up as. Oh yeah, no, it's like that's just a bunch of wasted space or something like that.
Yeah, could be.
It's like if we're the only ones here, then that's just a bunch of waste.
But there's
but again, that's projecting human thought.
Yeah, there's also a theory that there are alien races out there, but we're the most advanced species, which just means that you're there first. Like, you know, like, so you would be the alien.
So my question is then, if someone said, Mr. Chris, would you like to take a trip to Saturn and invade? Would you?
Invade?
Yeah.
Why am I going to invade?
Because that's what the superior species typically does.
Do you think we would invade?
Theory.
I don't know.
We think they would. So I'm just.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like, because those are all like allegories for like xenophobia, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and so.
But do you think we would do, if we found another planet that was perfect like Earth?
Which we kind of are. There's that.
Yeah.
We found a couple exoplanets.
But I mean, we can't. Let's say we found one that we can make it to, and we could overrun the natives. Would we?
Would we?
Just in your heart of hearts.
Are they blue?
I think we'd die, but I mean,
blue houses and blue little windows.
I think
blue Corvettes.
Like, assuming that everything went right, would we?
I'm not saying would we win. I'm saying would we attempt to.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I
think we would.
I think we would.
I think it's just in our inherent nature to do so.
Because we're driving that car. Like, I mean, and in terms of world, the level of aggression by global superpowers in the world right now against each other is super low.
Well, don't we? I mean, like we have a history of colonialism.
History of violence.
Yeah.
History of violence.
So
I see what
all
you did
these
there.
superpowers against each other, yeah, but if we just take all of them and just kind of point them all in like that direction, like,
We will not go quietly.
hey,
that
let's
good night.
let's take over that thing instead of just messing with each other.
Basically,
like,
you'd have like an intergalactic version of what Columbus did.
yeah,
See, but
yeah.
that was
It's like Manifest
you guys, that
Destiny,
was-
like Redux.
that was
Yeah.
550 years ago.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
So you're saying
So,
we
so
don't
you're
do
saying
that
Columbus
anymore?
will have a laser
Huh?
rifle?
You're saying that countries don't do that anymore? I'm not just saying America. I'm saying just human.
The first world
Columbus
isn't
with
as colonial as
lasers.
it used to be. The first world. Second and third world?
Okay. Well, I asked you that question.
Like with the UN, because the way I picture it is the UN gets together. They're like, NASA or whoever, some space agency, probably China. I watched The Martian. They're way ahead of us.
Yeah, they are.
And they
They've
they
always
sit
been.
down and they're like,
There's a reason why.
we found this planet. We found people on it. There's these beings on it. We could go there. Like we could go there. Let's just go there and kill things. Like I don't think
It's
that's
not. Let's
we
go there
would-
and kill things. It's like we need that space. Let's go there, and then just like when with the Indians, like slowly but surely we're gonna find a reason to
I'd like to apologize on the behalf of Raven.
I mean,
Pallado.
Native
They are the
Americans,
Native
Jesus.
Americans. The reason they're called Indians is because
of
Christopher
Christopher
Columbus
Columbus.
thought he was going to India and he landed in North America. So again, I apologize on the behalf of Ray.
I'm sorry.
You can't say racist without Ray.
it was
Thank you.
Caribbean, wasn't it?
Chris has checked me once more. Good show, sir.
Either way, what are
You're talking about like we would be like, all right, so like the planet's dying because global warming.
like? Yeah,
Say
we
that.
we basically put our needs before whatever
Mhm.
is on that planet.
And even if we kept them alive, it would be like, oh, like, well,
Yeah, they
you have
become
to be kept
slaves.
alive within our standards to
They'll-
make sure
they'll
that
be
you
like-
don't overtake us.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh hey,
Yeah.
we remember this. We just put them in shackles.
Yeah.
Wow.
God damn it! This is
You know how much harder it is to fight a defensive like an
this is
offensive
going
war than a
horrible
defensive
for
war?
myself.
You know what? Actually, okay. I'm kind of
Right.
no. I asked you that question for a reason, and you guys are basically giving two sides of I guess of what either answer could be. I'm sorry, I'm still halfway asleep. Basically, that's what I think. If aliens were like invading us, air quotes, I don't think that it would be like Chris said. You're not going to just come out guns blazing because clearly, if that happened, we would know. And no matter how technologically advanced you are, you can't just take over a planet. Like it's a planet, unless you have the Death Star. But
Oh yeah.
Or the new Death Star, 5 times bigger.
But what Ray said, and I don't think Ray's off base, as far as when he mentioned like the Native Americans, it wouldn't be immediate.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a while. I mean, let's just be. I know this was years, centuries ago and everything, but the history is history, and history repeats itself. And it's not like America was taken from the natives immediately, but ultimately it was taken.
Sure.
And it's not just America. I mean, we can only speak to America because that's the history we know. But most countries, first world, second world, third world, have kind of the same sort of story of
Everybody.
these people were here, these people wanted it, and eventually they got it.
Yeah. And
So-
then,
I guess I'm just more optimistic about the way societies evolve.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not even making this a thing about human. I'm just saying, if these things are intelligent, let's say, because basically humans are intelligent, right? We're like the intelligent, like we're the only proven intelligent life in the galaxy. So if these things are more intelligent than us, then why would they be here? And if they were here to take us over, it's not like they're gonna just come in and be like, oh, let's take this place over. They're gonna. To me, I've always felt like if aliens really existed, it would be more like Animal Planet. Like if they are amongst us, they're like studying us.
Right. And
Hence,
well,
hence the abductions at night when you're asleep, right?
and exactly.
well, why?
they are sending
see,
their
but then
rapists.
that also kind of presupposes some kind of nefarious or negative scheme. I think that if any
I don't-
intelligence, if any species gets to the intelligence level where they're able to scientifically plan how to leave their galaxy, they've also gotten to the point where they could also blow up their entire planet.
Not
because
necessarily.
you have to have the energy.
I'll disagree with you, and I'll leave it on Earth. What's the human's natural domain?
The ground?
It's the ground. It's not underwater. It's not in the air, right?
Yeah.
But we go out to the ocean and we grab creatures from underneath the water, pull them out of their natural environment, and we tag them and we release them.
Yes.
That's like
alien, studying.
But that's my point. And that's what an alien abduction would be.
Yeah, but I think that they would be able. I mean, I guess that maybe this is a little Pollyanna.
Except they stick it in your ass.
Or straight in your eye. But no, like, I guess for me, it's like, that's of our planet. And so, like, I think they'd be able to observe the fact that, okay, who are the people that are most like us on this planet?
But
they're the humans.
Again, I think, sticking with the underwater analogy, I think a fish's planet is the water.
Mm-hmm. No, but fishes, that's because they can't conceptualize the fact that it's actually just the planet.
Yeah, but okay, so hell, there's some people we still don't know it's on parts of the moon.
Sure.
So I think that
because we've never been there.
I don't disagree, but what I'm saying is I don't think that if an alien abducts you, it's necessarily nefarious. I mean, I don't think it's any different from what you see on National Geographic.
Poke and prod,
it's
and
like
they're just testing.
Yeah.
What are these things?
Yeah, exactly.
But they could get that by observing. They could just all they need is good Wi-Fi.
But again, how can they observe you? How many people are on this planet? So how are they going to observe you?
Because I'm assuming that if aliens exist, they've solved the problems that we have not yet to solve, and they've fucking for surely solved the Wi-Fi problem.
And see, this is
they just download our servers, and they'd be like, "Oh, okay, this is a human. This is exactly how the species works."
And again, this is
how the Autobots found out how to speak English, right?
Oh yeah,
from the World Wide Web.
That's right.
And I think,
of course,
those are aliens that can get down.
Those are aliens, also, right?
I think the thing that kills us on aliens is we assume that because they're more advanced than us, that they're omniscient. And I think that's the problem because we're more advanced than animals, but there's a lot we don't know.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So just because the aliens know how to get from one planet to the other, I mean, we in theory know how to get to the moon.
Yeah, but they've solved interstellar travel.
And we've only been to the moon once, so if those aliens made it to Earth, that doesn't mean that maybe it's their first time making it here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah. Basically, I just want to talk about alien abduction because I know Ray likes that.
Yes.
That's basically what I'm trying. I'm trying to get us to alien abduction.
See, like I'm that fish that doesn't want to get tagged.
Because you've heard those stories.
Because I've heard those stories.
Like, you've heard the story about the hand. You've heard the story about the mystical net.
Yeah.
Chris is like
a mysterious hand.
Well, here's another perspective on aliens. Like, actually, what's more terrifying are the kind of aliens that are I want to say like I don't know, like a biological level, like the Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's an alien element.
That's an awesome alien.
And it's not like it has no plan or anything, but it's just using hosts to like procreate.
Yeah, but how did it get here? Like I think that's. I mean, I guess maybe I'm being too logical.
Well, you've seen it, right?
Like a long time ago.
Well, I mean, like the whole point...
they showed you at the beginning.
Yeah,
the spaceship crash.
Oh,
the spaceship crash.
But it's spaceship, right?
Huh? Yeah. Or like
that was the
Or like the blob. Like it. I mean, shit falls from our skies all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah, that's basically what it was.
That's actually more terrifying than being abducted. It's like foreign material falling onto our planet that we have no preparation for,
and it's just trying to. I mean, because both of them were just trying to survive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. It's like the universal equivalent of drinking the water in a foreign country.
Yeah,
seriously. Like I read somewhere that like there's like thousands of bacteria inside any country's water, and it takes you 6 months to get used to it before you're not just shitting all the time. Yeah, so if something came from the sky like a meteor,
if you go abroad, drink alcohol.
Isn't that how the critters came?
Drink
alcohol.
Didn't the critters come via asteroid?
I think so.
Meteor?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen that.
Yeah,
you're right.
And they had leather jackets. See, those
were the bounty hunters.
The
space bounty hunters.
Oh, okay.
The critters are the what they're hunting.
They were this.
Yeah.
Right.
So Ray, I have to ask you, why do you think that aliens, or at least not necessarily aliens, but why do you think the stories that people present of aliens is always of someone in bed, typically alone, with a light coming through, abducting them? No matter how loud they scream, no one seems to hear, and then they're gone.
Yeah. Or maybe they're just driving home.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just
or
driving
they're
home.
in the woods by themselves. Oh, no, they're in woods with friends, and then a light lifts them up.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Predominantly in the south.
But
Yeah.
No, maybe they're just driving, by Lane Field or something.
But why do you think that all of these stories are similar? Do you think the aliens have a pattern, like they have a type, or do you think that people are just full of shit?
I think they try to the way they've kind of identified their control, or not their what is it, like you have your control and your
your study group or experiment.
Yeah, your experiment group. I think what they do is they find the people that have drank at least 6 blue ribbons, Pabst PBRs, and that's how they kind of determine what the scientific method.
You don't like aliens, do you, right? Jesus.
I don't. I'm fascinated by them, but I'm also not. I'm probably going to get abducted tonight, probably. They're probably listening right now.
Okay, so I guess to tie this in the film, have there been... I know Fire in the Sky freaks you out.
Yeah.
But what is it about that movie, and are there any other films?
Well, it's not even... I mean, I think like the common like thread there is abduction, being taken against your will and not being able to do anything about it. And that it doesn't. I mean, I think anyone can relate to that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's
like loss of control.
Yeah, like you have no control. Can you get dark?
Do it.
It's there. Like if you want to even like equate it to like someone who's being kidnapped or like a rape victim, that kind of thing. God, I'm.
No, I don't think you're off.
The darkness
I don't think you're off base, because a lot of abduction stories mention things going places that they shouldn't go.
Anal probes?
Yeah. Well, not just that, just like people getting like their eggs and semen extracted from them. Yeah.
Well, and then like,
abduction stories get weird, dude.
Yeah, and some of them like they end up like 100 miles from where they live.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of the road.
Like 5 minutes later,
yeah.
But they've been gone for a week.
They have,
well,
and they have this
heard
like,
about
loss of time.
What is it? Yeah. That like drug thing in like Colombia, right?
Yeah.
There's some drug that people use, and it's like a turbo roofie, where you're completely awake and aware, and it doesn't seem like you're on it, but you actually don't have any like control of yourself. And so there's stories of like people like getting like drugged like by other people, but then they wake up and it's like, oh, my house is completely empty. Oh, my bank accounts are all cleared out. Oh, I just woke up in this bathtub. I don't know how I got here, but I'm missing an organ. But that, I don't know.
What happened?
That whole...
What about it?
But Turbo Roofie is the name of my new EDM album.
The album?
Turbo Roofie, the album?
It's my self-titled album.
No, so what are the aliens?
But just the whole, like, how you go into the whole, like, that's why they're commonly depicted as like, oh, well, like aliens are like entities that will remove you from a place of comfort.
Yeah.
And that's how it always is, like,
aliens will take you out of your safe space.
In the bed, in
like
the car.
Yeah, typically they happen in places where you think you're safe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of, I think that's what's interesting about like alien movies. Like they play on that sort of idea.
So what if like they're just like the Johnny Appleseeds of the universe, and they're abducting people, and they're stealing eggs and they're stealing sperm, and they're dropping them on like different lands, like different
other planets,
so kind of like the aliens from Knowing.
Yes.
Have you seen that?
No.
Has anyone seen Knowing?
No. Yeah.
Alex Proyas.
Oh yeah, that's great. That was a great
movie. They turned out to be angels, right?
Yes.
Wings pop out. Spoiler alert: the world ends.
Yeah. No, that was good. That was actually better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
Ooh,
yeah. Because there is that theory too. Like,
yeah,
aliens are not aliens. They're like angels, or they're more from a religious area, or our interpretation of angels were actually aliens.
What do you think? You guys, all of you, think has a greater chance of being true? That aliens... what do you think we'll have a better chance of finding out first? That aliens exist and they're going to visit us, or that we're living in a simulation? You've heard that.
I mean, just by the way you laid it out, if aliens
you know what?
I think if we live in a simulation, how would we figure that out?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
How could we tell?
Because
you take the pill. What is it? The red pill.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool movie, but
but I mean, there's actually a chance.
No, I know.
Right, you read that article,
I've heard the theory, but what I'm saying is how
would we know?
Because if this is a simulation, for one, something has to be controlling the simulation,
right?
For one, but I mean, we've all played video games.
Yeah,
it's like, how does a video game character, was a playable character, how does it figure out it's a character?
You know, I see.
And that's my only question. So from what you're saying, between the two, it would have to be the aliens, because it's like, how do you figure out you're a video game? Because if it's like The Sims, everything that character does, you're telling it. You're kind of, so it's like, how does it break out of that?
Yeah, you're right.
Sounds like an
right
awesome
now,
script,
there's
though,
this
Chris.
alien like throwing its controller across the room because Sans won't stop.
Why are my space batteries are dying in the controller?
You're talking too
alien
much.
simulation.
Go back to Haiti.
Well, I mean, there's also, I mean, it's not I guess it's a theory, but I mean, there's also this idea that like the universe is so vast that the probability of us even meeting another species, it's like it's virtually impossible. Not to say that they don't exist, but it's just the universe is expanding, and to even get anywhere is just too much of an endeavor.
You know, it's funny you mention that. And I need to send you this link because I know you listen to, I'm about to plug a podcast. It's called Mysterious Universe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they were talking about this old guy wrote a book about, I guess long story short, he ended up working on like super top secret weapons for supposedly a war or a battle that was on Mars. This guy wrote this book. And he apparently at a certain point ran into an alien that supposedly was a hot, tall, blonde woman. Of course,
yes.
Yeah.
Tell me
Go
more.
on.
Yeah, right. So, but
Was the name Captain Kirk?
yeah, right. But the conversation that they had was similar to what you just said, and what she was telling him is the reason humans will never see the rest of the galaxy is that our bodies are too frail. We die too soon. It's like we're not only do we die young, is we die easily.
Yeah.
And I forgot the age, but like at like 10,000 years old, that's the equivalent of them being teenagers.
Yeah.
And
okay.
So
That
she
makes
was
sense.
saying, you know,
Our lifespan.
it takes this long to get from point A to point B in the universe, but you can't even make it, you know, to here.
Yeah.
Her
It's
name?
like, and the other thing was, it would take this long just to just to like figure out the science to get there.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and this is all in this book, and this is one of those things, like if you're a conspiracy theorist, so you're like, oh, it makes sense. I forgot the year, but basically this is when the shift went from getting to other planets to life extension. Because I don't know if you've noticed, like there's this big push on life extension now.
Like Vanilla Sky?
Is that what that was?
Yeah,
I've only
LA.
seen that movie one time. I
LA.
remember loving it, but I can't remember because it was like so long ago. But allegedly, that's another or conspiracy theory, is that we're trying to live longer so that we can. Which I can actually go with that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Well,
I
like,
wouldn't mind living 10,000 years if it meant seeing another planet.
yeah. I mean, the whole like, what is it, like using wormholes, or like what is it, the folding of space time?
Yeah.
Like that's right now. That's the only probable way of traversing space, because it's so big and it's expanding as we speak.
Yeah.
Because
So like,
if you're trying, like, imagine if you're trying to get to like the edge of the universe, like you'll never get there because it's going to be always expanding, and you're only going to be moving so fast.
yeah.
Like
So
you'll
it's-
never catch up.
that's the part of the game where Q is like, silly humans, you trying to break the game just because you can't play it right? Like, you can't.
Well,
you
I'm
can't
convinced.
fold. You can't
God
fold.
bless Q.
I'm
Love that
convinced that I'm convinced No Man's Sky is like the last Starfighter, Like everyone hates that game right now,
Mm-hmm.
but it's essentially like I feel like it's a simulation within a simulation. Because are you familiar with No Man's Sky?
No.
It's basically this procedurally generated universe, and like so there's planets, and with planets have life on it. There's like I forgot what the number. It's like quintillion.
18 quintillion planets that you can explore.
Yeah.
Whoa, wow.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
How?
It's all procedurally generated.
Yeah, it's all there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching some videos. I guess it's a spoiler alert.
Is this a PC game or?
It's all platform.
No, I think it's just PC and PS4 right now.
Oh yeah, it's not on Xbox.
Mhm.
That's
but-
crazy.
But anyway, like I was watching some videos and like there's no real ending, but there's like I saw some videos like
Because you're gonna die before
Yeah.
you fucking get to any of them.
Well, the thing is like the whole thing is like people have gone to the center of the universe because that's the thing. You can do that. There's no real direction in the game. You can just do whatever you want.
So you can you don't have to time. You can just travel as fast or as far as you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's some people who actually made it to the center of the universe, and guess what happened?
The
Game resets.
Exactly. Like you basically go into another universe.
So is that their way of saying? This sounds like some shit that
It's like wormholes.
Yeah, you're essentially, like there's a name. Like they I don't know. They procedurally generate a name of the universe, but now you're in another universe with another quintillion.
That just sounds as silly as like when people thought that the moon was made of cheese or the middle of the earth was made of gold.
Well, I mean,
Right?
well, I guess
But that's actually a scientific theory.
yeah, like this is all, but this goes back to
So
like.
was that.
Oh.
Well, I mean, this goes back to the whole like
battle
string
days.
theory. This like parallel universes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes back to that. So that's kind of like why I'm like, hey, like No Man's Sky is not a game. It's actually an experiment in like, what string theory might be, or you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Because essentially, if you get to the center of the universe, you essentially go through some kind of wormhole, and now you're in another universe with another bunch of life and planets and everything.
Which leads me to another question about abduction. I don't know why I'm on this whole abduction.
That's okay.
Well, I think this is kind of a no-brainer, but what's scarier to you? Like someone grabbing you a la the Fourth Kind and just taking you up to their spaceship, or like I guess the reverse of the Mist where you spill over into another dimension.
That
would be terrifying.
I mean, they're both pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
But you have a somewhat of a you have somewhat of an idea that you're going to be let go after you're probed, and sometimes mind wiped, and then just you don't, and it just comes back to you.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the crazy thing, because they usually say at a certain point they're like calm, like you said, like they know that they're going to be like,
Yeah.
it's creepy.
Because you got Will Smith waiting for you. Like,
Yeah.
The other dimension.
Yeah.
Well,
You just like.
Well, I think if I'm like transitioning into another dimension, I think at least I feel like a sense of awareness and control. But I think when someone's grabbing you, like you don't know what the fuck's happening. So I would say
Really?
being grabbed.
Ooh, see, I'm the opposite.
I feel like I'm the other way.
In another dimension,
It's literally like I stumble into a whole different dimension
Have
with
you
a whole
not
completely set of rules.
Yeah.
Have you
And-
seen Hellraiser?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Fuck with
I
any
also saw
Xenobites, dude.
sliders.
God damn it! Like,
And sometimes there is
Some of
a-
those dimensions were.
some of those dimensions were pretty good. Some of those dimensions had the flying bees that just killed one of them.
Just ruined it for me.
Huge one. Really?
No, I watched it. I just can't remember.
I think there's like giant bees.
I like that show, and then I just remember Carrie War, and then that's all I remember.
Yeah.
Was looking at her.
Well, I guess let me
Our
rephrase
Quantum
that.
Leap.
I'd
No,
be
it's
more
not the same.
startled when being grabbed. But yeah, you're right. Like going into another like world is pretty frightening.
It's a shorter term fear. I mean, the fears are probably the same, like in terms on the fear scale.
Mhm.
But like the abduction thing, either you're gonna die or you're gonna get back. I don't know if you because when you get put to the other dimension, you like just fucking stay home. Like just that's your new home.
Planet of the Apes.
Just hope it's cool.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's
Stranger
cool.
Things.
yeah, exactly. It's sort of and yeah, I mean that situation, that show, like that's kind of a mix of the both, where it's like, I don't know, is this partial spoilers for that show? But you know, the whole like
The world loves the show. So
it's like one day, or it's like I'm Barb. Oh God, I just got like pulled into this and pulled into the upside down, like without me knowing, like forcefully, and then I'm just left here. So that's like a mix of like both of those things that you mentioned.
Prayers for Barb.
You know?
Can we? Does anybody read Film Critic Hulk?
I skimmed that article. Yes.
What?
Went in. He just went in on.
He tore
Stranger Things.
Tore it apart. Yeah. But it was great.
Hulk smash.
He said
great.
nothing in that whole show was properly motivated.
Yeah.
It's like you can't put a rhyme or reason on the motivations of the characters, and a lot of it was just nostalgia. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was an 80s movie.
Yeah. Some of the motivations in 80s movies, though, I think you could kind of. Sometimes you're better off dead.
It's. Oh, you're talking about the kid?
Everything's well motivated in that movie.
It's okay.
There's nothing that's not well motivated in that movie.
Wait, what? Oh, you talking about Better Off Dead?
Yeah,
you mean the movie?
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
That's a masterpiece of motivation.
Yeah, I wouldn't compare the two, but
I know. But if you say 80s movie, I'm gonna say my favorite 80s movie.
That's your favorite? That's a pretty.
I
good one.
really think that's my favorite 80s movie. I wish you could make that movie now, but I feel like
it wouldn't
work. It wouldn't like people would hate. Like people would be like, "Oh, you're making a movie where the lead character just tries to kill himself 5 times."
Well, I think the guys racing him would be offensive. Now.
That would be offensive. There's so many things that would be. Yeah.
Amazing, ladies and gentlemen.
One
was
of
it
them
Howard
speaks
Cosell?
Yeah, one of them speaks
was it Howard Cosell?
One of them doesn't speak English, and the other one can only speak Howard Cosell. So good.
Damn, what's the trash race say? Damn shame they're throwing
Yeah.
perfectly good white boys.
Yeah. It's damn
Yeah.
shame.
That would probably
perfectly good white boys.
That probably would be an offensive film. All right,
Yeah.
so I guess because we're not really doing.
Have you seen that movie?
We're not doing a good job
Better
of
Off
like.
Dead?
No.
Wow, dude,
Go ahead.
shoot yourself. We're not doing a good job of like tying films in, so I'm trying to just to help Ray.
Yeah.
And I asked you this question earlier, but I know we got off topic. Like, I guess twofold. What alien, I guess, just film dealing with aliens freaks you out the most, and what's your favorite? I want to go around the table on this one.
Probably my favorites probably be what freaks me out the most.
Oh, yeah, okay, even better.
Well, I haven't watched it again, but like Fire in the Sky was pretty intense.
I need to see that movie. I have never seen that movie.
But if you ask me like things I've seen recently, yeah, I mean I think the Fourth Kind was probably like the most terrifying I've seen an alien movie be in a long time, because I watched that stupid fucking, what was it, Area 51, and
is that the found footage?
The found footage by the
Paley, right?
Yeah, Paley. The guy who did Paranormal Activity. That was bullshit. I was just like, whatever. This is funny. And I as much as I hate aliens, I do watch like a lot of like B movie alien stuff, and everything's just like laughable. But Fourth Kind was like, oh my god, I'm not going to sleep.
Adam.
I feel like in terms of like terrifying, it's probably a tie. It's like a tie between like the Thing, if that came in, and the Xenomorph. Yeah. So it's either like
which Xenomorph?
Like Ridley Scott's Xenomorph.
Which Ridley Scott Xenomorph?
Oh, like which alien?
Which alien?
No, he's saying alien.
Yeah.
The one, was it the one?
Well, that wasn't a Xenomorph.
Which one?
That was the space jockey.
In
Prometheus.
Oh no!
No, there's a name for it.
I was thinking about
it's called
one
the Deacon.
Deacon, yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking about the one in Resurrection, where it had like the face.
Oh, that one. The like half-breed.
The Josh Whedon.
The half.
Alien.
Oh god,
that's Josh Whedon. You know you wrote that, right?
I didn't know.
Did he
that.
really?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know.
No.
Yeah.
Is there witty banter in it?
I actually like the cast.
But yeah,
No,
Ron Perlman's fun in that.
I like the cast.
movie, yeah.
I enjoyed it. I mean,
what movie is this?
Alien
Resurrection.
The one directed by
French dude.
Jeunet.
Yeah.
The guy that did was it City of Lost Children?
oh,
Winona, the one with Winona Ryder. Yeah. and the Ripley clones.
It's got a good cast. Yeah. All 4 of those films have great casts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Classics.
Also, to answer your you were the one that was asking about like what like you would hope like aliens to look like.
Mm-hmm.
To answer your question, and going off of your mentioning about like angels being angelic, I picture aliens being like, you know, when in the abyss, when he like sees them, but just not in the water, just like floating.
All right, we have a 4th member to the Film Zealots podcast.
Man,
I can't hug you right now. You can use a radio voice anytime you want.
This podcast can get smoother.
He just like hit all those buttons.
I know,
Like, he
right?
just, like-
I like this guy. He likes horror. He likes Cameron. He likes Ridley Scott.
He pulled the dick out and asked you what kind of lube do you want to use.
Chris, here comes the pain. Here comes the pain.
What is it? It's like, what were my 2 questions?
It's like you guys are all morons.
No, I don't have a.
What
I
movie? What
could-
alien movie terrifies you, and what is your favorite?
What alien movie terrifies me?
Was it movie or type of alien?
Or
Or
well,
the movie, actual. Just
the other question was, what type of alien do you imagine if aliens?
if
exist?
aliens were real, but he already answered.
I already
He said
answered
the
that one.
greatest.
No, so which one terrifies me is Fire in the Sky. I think it's just for the same reasons that we all went through. Just the idea of being abducted and then just probed and prodded, and I got a thing with needles and eyes, and that movie just like
Wait, there's a needle and an eye in there.
Yeah,
yeah. There's just a needle, like, and it's one of those things where they keep the fucking eye open.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
it's just
God.
pulling it
Clockwork
open.
Orange.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just like, and yeah, so that's terrifying. And the other one's my favorite alien movie of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have one. I really enjoy.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
No.
Hey, that's an awesome movie.
I really enjoy stuff like that. Like
The
Cocoon's a good
Arrival.
movie.
Yeah.
Like Men in Black, the first one's a
Evolution.
funny movie. Like,
Evolution was good.
so to like say,
Paul.
Evolution. What is it? Galaxy Quest.
But was that
Galaxy
Alien?
Quest is a funny ass movie.
Dude, Galaxy Twist. Yes.
Yeah. Total Recall. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
there's so it's really hard to say what's your favorite
War of
alien
the
movie
Worlds.
because there's just so many different things that do it. The Spielberg War of the Worlds is a movie.
It has parts.
Yeah, it has parts.
It has
yeah.
good parts.
And
Has
it
good
just
parts.
ends because why? Because they can't drink the water on Earth.
Mhm.
That's why they all die. that's we try to invade an alien
I've
planet.
always,
We can't
I
drink the
think
water.
we should do a podcast
It's a
on
Dave
like
Matthews song.
endings because that's
Endings
one, like
yeah.
because I've always had a problem with War of the Worlds and Signs where it's like you should know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James
from,
Earl Jones.
from the logic of the film that you presented. These aliens are because remember in War of the Worlds, the ships were already underground. It was just the beings were teleporting
Yeah.
into the
Yeah.
ships,
Oh,
And then
right,
they
yeah,
turn,
yeah.
and then that's
and then the ships popped up.
Yeah.
So it's like
You're in ground.
You didn't know you were
absorbs.
Yeah, you
water.
didn't design it
Like,
based on
you
the
didn't know-
atmosphere.
Yeah, it was the atmosphere.
Yeah, not like you didn't design it.
It made
based on
sense
that.
back when H.G. Wells wrote it because
Yeah.
it was
Because
new.
because it was
Yeah.
Orson Welles radio.
Yeah, it was a radio thing.
That's amazing.
Everybody
by the
thought
way.
that it
I
was
love
actually
story.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that story has
It was
like
real.
overblown.
It's like embellished.
yeah,
Yeah.
like severely. But I like to think that it wasn't. I like to think that the whole country was like on fire.
It was just a party of Orson Welles and his friends that were high on LSD.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't even invented yet.
That's a film I'd want to see George Clooney make.
What?
Just like that, like a biopic, but
Of Orson Welles?
actually maybe the Fairley Brothers. No, of him just doing that podcast and like everyone going crazy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That
yeah.
would be great.
That would be pretty
Actually,
good.
I kind of want to. Well, I mean, I didn't really answer your question, but when you guys started talking about other movies, you know what actually is my favorite? It's not a movie, but my favorite alien story.
Sex and the City Island.
No,
Because that movie's awesome too.
What is
It's Monsters on Maple Street.
Twilight
Zone episode.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably definitively for me is like the best.
That's not How to Cook Man, right? Or How to Serve
Mm-mm.
Man.
No.
No, that's what it's called, To Serve Man.
To
Yeah,
Serve
that's
Man,
a good
yeah.
one too,
Yeah,
though.
that's a good one.
Yeah, take all you can eat.
And this is
eat
why,
all you take.
just to let you know, Chris, anytime in the future we debate TV shows, anytime someone says best TV show ever, it's The Twilight Zone.
Yep.
And if you ever say a show's better than The Twilight Zone, you have to prove it. That's just the way I think. He could be wrong. Yeah.
Every time the marathon comes on,
Because it's
I'm
all
right there.
it's all subjective. But to me, that's the gold standard.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh yes.
I'm not joking.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
you're up.
It's me.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to do this.
Yeah, you had to answer your question.
You know, it's weird because alien movies never scared me.
there are 5 alien
For me, the way if you guys want to get me back, the films that affect me the way aliens affect him are demon movies.
Oh yeah.
Because Bible Belt, like The Exorcist, was terrifying. But The Fourth Kind is the only film that kind of weirded me out.
Yeah.
Because it's the presentation of it, and it's kind of like, I don't know if you've seen The Mothman with
Mothman Prophecies.
Mothman Prophecies with Richard Gere.
Yeah, I saw that.
I like films that have that sort of, you don't know what the hell's going on, but you know something's going on.
Yeah.
What,
But-
Mira Sorvino? Wasn't she in that movie?
It was Richard Gere and Deborah
Laura Linney.
Laura Linney
Yes.
was the cop, but his wife was the
I
Will and
forget.
Grace. The Will
Yeah.
and Grace.
Deborah Messing?
Yes, it
Was that her name Deborah Messing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
Mysteries of Law.
But yeah, so it kind of had that same vibe. The thing is, The Fourth Kind was like half film, half documentary, mockumentary.
They tried to do the whole
yeah, but
this is real.
it does that thing that in like horror films, if you do it right, is very effective, at least on me, where it's a quiet film, but at a certain point it gets loud, and it's not just sound wise, it's just emotionally, like everything is elevated.
Yeah.
And every time it's when someone's getting abducted.
Yeah.
And well, Ray knows this. It's like you don't see someone get abducted. It's like they're sitting, and all of a sudden they start screaming for no reason, and then the camera starts messing up, and you see them start to levitate, and then it cuts off.
And then the camera
it's like the
distorts
Paranormal
or-
Activity ish.
But better,
Right, because that movie
because
was
it feels
boring
more.
as shit.
It feels more genuine. Bite your tongue. So for me, and I'm sure there's. Well, I can think of a ton of like better, but for me, that's the only one that kind of freaked me out because I'm the person, and this is probably why I give a pass on a lot of bad like horror films, because when there's a gap, I feel it in myself.
Okay.
And The Fourth Kind gives you a lot of gaps.
Oh, that's why you like Paranormal Activity.
Yes,
That
that's why I
movie-
like found footage films, because
Yeah.
when found footage films suck, I just kind of project my.
That's very creative.
It's no, seriously, because like when there a lot of found footage films, they're just walking around looking at nothing. In my head, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
there's a demon's gonna pop out right now, and I'm scared.
Oh,
and nothing
yeah.
happens, and everyone's snoring around.
It's like
me.
the
I'm
anticipation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Paranormal Activity like that. That was like a 90-minute invitation to a nap.
Ray. Chris clearly does not understand the gifts that Katie gave us.
Yeah, I think Katie was an
I think
amazing
Katie
actor.
was a revelation.
Katie
Yeah.
got some big old today.
She was an amazing actress. She carried that film.
As far as my favorite alien film,
Guys.
she was amazing. I'd cast her. In a
The
second.
Academy were
I love
cool
Katie.
to not invite her to the big show.
At least to the
Especially-
Golden
Especially
Globes.
after seeing that original ending to the
All right.
first Paranormal.
I like the
Activity.
original ending.
Exact, yeah.
My favorite, even though I claim The Abyss to be my favorite film ever, I have to put The Thing over The Abyss
Okay.
because it just is an alien film. It's just like that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
flawless. And
You
it
know-
has my favorite DP, Dean Conley.
You know what was good is the classic, the Blob with Steve McQueen, like the classic one.
Anything with Steve McQueen.
Yeah, that was cool. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. You know what's good?
The remake.
Dinners from BlueApron.com. No, I'm just joking.
Dude, go with it. Go with it.
Use promo code FilmZealots for your first and get 30% off your first order.
You should just do it just to see how many people try it, and then we can find out. They're like they'll contact you like, why are people
It's like,
people are complaining that this Film Zealots code isn't working?
hey guys, we've got like 100 orders with using the promo code Film Zealots.
Film Zealots.
I just
We might as well just give you a sponsorship.
I just joined Blue Apron and I got alien jerky. Awesome.
Oh, that'd be great. Ooh, that's what you know what? I'm going to Vegas and I wish I was driving just so I could go get alien jerky.
Wait, you can get that on the way to Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are we supposed to do our road trip to Area 51? No, Roswell.
Oh, let's do it.
Me and Ray always joke about that.
Well, I'm in.
But I have a feeling. I have a feeling that if we get there, it won't be creepy. It'll just be a bunch of people trying to sell us T-shirts.
Yeah,
That's probably what's gonna happen.
Which will be a letdown for me.
We should record an episode on the road trip to Area 51.
Just show up drunk.
Amazing.
Like it should be like a 3-part. It's like the trip there, when we're there,
and the trip back.
and the trip back.
The trip back's just us just bitching about like all the shirts we bought.
Yeah.
Oh man. Ooh. So
We're not even home yet, and all the alien jerky's gone.
Yeah.
God damn it!
It's like, Chris is like, well, I got another wolf shirt, so that's good.
it's a alien.
I bought this.
There's 3 aliens, a furry alien.
Yeah, it's just a furry alien.
I don't know where this make space great again hat is gonna go. In my collection.
Wow.
Oh man, that was awesome.
All right.
All right.
All right. Anything else? Has anyone seen anything they want to brag about? Anything amazing recently? Or
I saw Don't Breathe twice earlier this week,
Stephen Lang.
and Stephen Lang, amazing. Jane Levy, amazing.
She's it.
I think she's born. It's like she was born to be in horror movies. Fantastic. I've been listening to the soundtrack all morning. Fantastic. Yes, Jane Levy. It's interesting because I feel like, and I was talking to my friend about this, 2016's been a really good year for like horrors and thrillers, I feel.
Hasn't it been like aren't we on like a 2 to 3 year run?
Mm-hmm. Because it's been like this year alone, it was like Green Room, The Witch, Neon Demon.
Hold on, pause that for a second.
What
was that second film you said?
What
was that second film you said?
The Witch.
The Witch.
The Witch. What'd you think about that film?
I liked it.
You liked it.
It was very atmospheric.
That's all you can say. You liked it. You didn't love it.
The first time
you're gonna get that invitation.
The first time
I don't know where it's going, but
the first time I thought it was good. Second time, actually, I liked it a lot more.
See, man, God, I love you.
But
what? No buts.
Well, actually, it's not even a but. It's just a little anecdote. I'm really grateful that the second time I saw it, I was able to watch it with subtitles. Because, and no offense to the actor, when I saw the movie for the first time, I could not understand anything that the dad was saying.
What's this guy doing speaking Amish?
Told you.
Yeah, the whole time it was like, "Oh, Peter,
Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone.
No, they're speaking like colonial.
It's colonial. Yeah,
it's colonial. It's
Quaker.
Time of the witch
Quaker.
trial.
Quaker.
Salem witch trials.
Yeah.
Speaking Pilgrim.
I asked you that because I showed The Witch to a group of my friends, and I hope all you ungrateful bastards are listening right now.
I loved it.
Victor?
What? Ray pretended.
You guys didn't like it?
I didn't pretend. Like
Ray's a very polite person.
Like,
Ray's
oh my
polite.
god.
Ray was snoring. Oh man, it's a great film. I loved it.
That wasn't me. That was Victor.
It's actually really sad because when I watched it in theaters, there were people that actually like walked out.
Yeah,
like 40 something minutes.
Oh, you're really selling this movie as fucking horrible.
I just again, it's like
it reminded me of the 70s.
It feels. Yeah. I mean, it's like I said last time. I like the slow reveal.
Like because now that I know that you're writing your own damn script.
But the witch doesn't. I don't know. It's one of. If I had to list my 10 favorite films of the year, was that this year? That was this year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it's brilliant.
Okay. Absolutely.
But I think when it comes to horror nowadays, just like with action, it's like you can't lay things out slowly anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just my take.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Well, yeah, I mean, I always hate when horror films become action films.
Except instead of explosions, it's just loud jump scares.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends, because I've seen some horror films from the asylum that are pretty awesome. No, stop.
Oh man. All right. Well, is that a good place? That's a good place, right? That's a good place.
God damn it.
Did you have anything else? Because I just wanted to, if we're ready to go, I wanted to shout out to Mikey Ledoux for those openings that he's doing for the show all the time.
Mikey Ledoux.
Mikey.
Because he's the money. Ledoux.
You
see what I did? See what I did there? You see what I did there?
Like the money.
That sounds like something you'd see or hear in an asylum film.
Mike the Money.
Yeah.
Mike the Money Ledoux.
Happy Thursday, Mikey.
He's making
Thursday.
He's making it great.
Mikey
great.
All right, so we're gonna
is somebody who's gonna Ledoux. He's not gonna Ledon't.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
You're either a
You are
Ledoux
like
or a
the-
Ledon't.
Congratulations, you've won the sweepstakes. You're like the millionth person.
Yeah.
So what? So what if I'm not original? So what if I just drop that line and everybody drops that line? All right? That's what I wanted to
Make
do.
it a great day.
Let's watch Fire in the Sky.
But yeah, let's turn
Yeah,
that
man, I'm
on.
gonna go home.
Y'all turn that on.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna go home and get some dinner with the wife.
Mhm.
But Adam, thank you for sitting in with us.
Oh, yeah, thanks for having
It was
me.
a good time. You really romanced Sans.
I love you, man.
We're gonna.
All right.
Please don't edit
Where's
that.
my walkout music? Walkout music.
This is the
Doesn't mean to play us out.
Film Zealots podcast.
Where's
Thanks
the
again
air
to Adam
horn?
for sitting in. I'm Chris. That's Sans. That's Ray.
I like
We'll
how
see
he
you next
points at
week.
us. Like people are like, where are they sitting?
Well, no. Well, that was
where
like
is
the
Ray?
podcast.
if we ever do a
Podcast
live
space.
stream, we should all sit like in a line,
Yeah.
like all behind Chris.
That-
and just I'm like
that's-
just start pointing.
That's Chris.
That's Sans.
him.
That's
him.
Ray.
That's
why don't you hit us on Facebook? Let us know what what the scariest alien movie that you've seen is.
Yes.
Tell us what's the funniest alien
Yeah.
movie you ever saw. All right.
Let us know if you
And
think
tell
the
us who
Illuminati is
your
real.
favorite host is Chris.
Tell Sans that he's your favorite host.
No, it's not me. It's not
Yeah,
me.
just report what he already knows.
no.
Everyone-
No, I'm not.
Please,
I'm
also-
not.
Also,
Like it.
let us know if you want that smooth off to happen, because I'll come back to that.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Smooth off.
Who do you
Yeah.
think had the smoothest voice?
Oh yeah. Who had the smoothest?
My voice,
smoothest
I'm like a
voice on the
Muppet,
podcast?
dude. We already know. I'm all over the place.
Nah.
I sound like, hey guys, and I'm like, hey guys, and I'm like, hey dude. Yeah, I'm all over the place.
Like it, share it, comment on it. Oh yeah, we're on iTunes now.
Make love
so
to
look
it.
for us. Yeah,
Yes,
make love
all
to
of
it.
you. Hold on,
Official.
let me announce this. All of you smarter, better looking, better educated, superior Mac users, you're welcome.
So what? I'm going to translate that. All of you people who decided you didn't want to try anymore with technology, go ahead and look for us on iTunes. All right, we're out.